Hey guys, Magnus here, bringing you another video. This one we're going to be doing a new ideas video that I had. Now this is another kind of mini event, small idea that I've had. To be honest with you, I've got some big ideas planned, of course. I've got this kind of flashback idea that I'm going with, which is like the reverse of the sci-fi. So instead of going into the future, we're going into the past. That was my idea with that one, with like a flashback theme. So no one steal that from me. If anyone steals that from me, then you've taken it from me. Yeah, so I'll get that flashback themed thing done eventually for you guys. But I also have obviously the Around the World Part 2, where I'm going to go through all the different locations and what they can add from that location. But this is a mini event that I've sort of thought about before, because there's a few things they kind of missed, which I thought they would have added in the casino event from this episode. So this is the Monty Can't Buy Me Love episode. This will be like a Casino 2 in some ways. Like a mini sequel to the casino if you want, but not really. It will mostly be focusing on the episode. But I think maybe, I haven't really highlighted in this, but maybe all the casino stuff could return. Actually, yeah, all the casino stuff could return. For like people who missed it or people who missed certain items, but that's the only thing. Apart from that, there's just a few more things that I think could return. But Anyway, here's the store. So I don't know if Nessie was free. I think she might have been yeah, she was a prize. But seeing as she's going to be re-released, I think maybe she should just be 50 donuts. Return for 50 donuts. I think that's fair enough. Or maybe return for free as like a free prize for when you start the event. Maybe, I don't know. One of those two. But I think Nessie would be, of course, is a very important thing to this event, because that's what it's based off. We're going to get the Loch Ness Castle, which is this castle we do see in the background, so they have to kind of design it. But that for 75 donuts. I think that's a fair price for it. Now we got Noodles. Now I think this will be a unique character, because although like it has all the casino stuff in this one with all the Nessie and the casino stuff, I also wanted to focus on the stuff at the start with the Arthur Fortune's Megastore and Krusty, and how Krusty was using Noodles to like sort of advertise. Well, yeah, he was bringing them all. I wanted to sort of tie in that kind of stuff, because we see a few of Krusty's assistants in this episode. So I kind of wanted to tie in, just because this was Noodles' debut. Noodles has been seen 3 times. He's not really that big, but I think he will be non-playable. But when tapped, it will trigger an animation of him getting into his mini car, which you should see here. He'll drive this around after 24 hours. After 24 hours, it will have like a tick. Like a thumbs up, just like any other character, but it won't be. He's not entirely playable. And then when you click it, it will actually give you either an award of either a donut, an award as in the Hollywood Awards and the Heights, a donut, or just maybe 1 donut. So maybe 3 donuts actually be better, or just a massive herd of cash. But he can also go to Krusty Land. He's going to be able to actually go to Krusty Land. They're going to do something with Krusty Land. And he'll be able to do the same thing, but instead of a lot of cash, it'll be a lot of tickets. And instead of the award, the little award, it will be a random premium item. So he'll be like a really beneficial character, and for only 70 donuts, I think that'd be really cool, because you have a chance of actually earning more donuts from him. Then we have Dick Buttons. Buttons, which is just a store that was like kind of across the street from Arthur Fortune's Megastore, which was at the start of the episode, for 40 donuts. Just a building that only appeared in this episode, has only ever appeared in this episode. So I think it's fine if they just throw a miscellaneous building. I don't really have too much problems if they throw in a miscellaneous building like this that only ever appeared in this episode. I don't really have much of a problem with that, although it might not go really fit in with the overall theme, but it can fit into the theme, clowns and all that, buttons and clowns. I don't think that's a terrible building to throw in. And then also for a premium character, for the sort of premium playable character, there's going to be 4 characters in this event, which may be a bit too many, but 2 are going to be one's non-playable, one's Noodles, so kind of non-playable, and the 2 will be playable. But the playable character premium will be Willie's parents for 100 donuts, so you get them as like a 2-in-1. I think that's probably a better way to do Willie's parents. I don't really think they make a very good. I don't think it's really much point making them individual characters, because we've never really seen them. They've always been together, so I think it'd be fine if they're just sort of doubled up. Anyway, these are the prizes. So there's going to be 6 prizes in total. So first of all, the first prize is going to be the Loch Ness, which is just the huge, obviously the lake. Is it a lake? Yeah, it's a lake. Like a massive lake. Then we have Knick Knack and Paddywhack. These are these are 2 separate. These are like what do we call them? Twins. Siamese twins. They're basically 2 twins, but they're connected by the breast. breasts? No, they're connected by the where their arms should be, basically. And they're kind of like a performance act. They sort of kind of go in with the Krusty stuff, but I think what it would be cool if this was like another thing, like another one of like Krusty's performers he was looking for the Krusty show. That's what I think that should tie in, and I'll go to the quest line in a minute. I've kind of made up the quest line. It's a bit weird, but I think it could work if it was written a bit better. But I've just sort of kind of glanced over it. Then we have the Loch Ness pub as the third prize. Pretty cool little building to have, obviously. Scottish theme, and if they ever do a UK thing, they can return all this stuff. Then we have the Loch Ness sign, which is obviously the sign to go to the Loch Ness, the sign with the little Nessie symbol on it. I think that would be a really, really cool prize as well, just a decoration. Just like that, the Loch Ness will be one big decoration. The Loch Ness sign would be another, like, sort of smaller decoration. And then we have the Vegas Town Casino, which is really odd, because this is the only casino, I'm pretty sure, that never got added into the game on the casino event. I don't know if there was a reason behind that, but this was the one where Nessie was housed, so this would have been the perfect thing for Nessie to be, but whatever. So this is obviously where they put Nessie to, show her as like a kind of or an attraction. And then the final prize is actually going to be the Fortune Megastore with Arthur Fortune. So you're going to get this huge building and also this pretty cool character. So let's go through the quest lines. The first, what's going to happen is Mr. Burns has been sued and he's been forced to buy the Loch Ness after what he did to it last time. And so he actually going to make the plant workers move the Loch Ness. So they're going to extract the water and they're going to, dig it. They're going to dig something new. I don't know, something stupid like that, something crazy. And so you're going to make Mr. Burns direct the plant workers and obviously make the plant workers move the Loch Ness. So obviously there'll be, including the plant workers. I think that would work. Then we have Krusty decides it's time to make the Krusty Show more relevant. This will be kind of like a little side quest. He's going to make celebrities search for a new uprising star and then make Krusty interview new potentials. And so obviously after this, the first one you will unlock the Loch Ness, and after the second one you unlock Knick Knack and Paddywhack. Then we have Willie complains that Springfield stole the land and the lake, and he's getting annoyed over this, and he doesn't feel like it's Scottish anymore. So he basically will make the barflies, which will be Lenny, like anyone who kind of goes to the bar a lot. So Homer, Barney, Lenny, Carl, make them make a new pub, and Mo, I guess, as well, and then also make Willie get drunk. So you get this after that, and then Willie still complains that everyone thinks it's just another lake. People need to know it's special. Obviously, it's Scottish, so you make plant workers construct a sign, make Willie advertise the location, when then you'll unlock this sign after. And then the final thing, or the second to last thing, is Mr. Burns says the Loch Ness monster is free in Springfield, and he needs to capture him for his new casino, so make Mr. Burns hunt Nessie, and then make plant workers set up a venue. After that, you unlock the Vegas Town Casino. It's a bit of a crappy quest, but I just kind of came up with it. Pulled out my ass a little bit. Then we have the Nessie escapes. Big shock horror. Nessie's like running around. If you haven't unlocked her already, then she'll just be running around and like as a temporary character. But if you have unlocked her, she'll be running around as your permanent character. And then Krusty comes back saying he needs something big to advertise his new show. Mr. Burns, obviously, after Nessie escaped and the whole thing has become useless, he needs to obviously sell all the merchandise that he's got, which is just pointless now. Willie wants somewhere to impress his parents because, Springfield so far is looking pretty crappy. So you got make Willie distract his parents, make Burns funnel funding to a new megastore, and make Krusty ask for a sponsorship. And then after these 3 tasks, you unlock the final prize, which is the Fortune Megastore with Arthur Fortune. And then we have some quests. Tasks. So Willie's parents are going to have these tasks. Feed the ducks for 60 minutes, which will be over the Loch Ness. Now, in real life, there are ducks in the Loch Ness. I know that's a bit weird, but probably won't see anything. But just them looking for ducks. Just a really boring animation. But they are, like, really boring people. Like, they don't talk or anything. They're just... But they're like Willie's brain dead parents, essentially. They're meant to be just really boring and kind of scary looking. Visit the Loch Ness bar for 4 hours. There'll just be them in the bar, obviously. Fly to Scotland for 6 hours over at the airport. Look for Nessie for 8 hours. Them just walking around, looking miserable. Stare at each other in silence. They'll literally just be staring at each other. I know. Visit Son for 24 hours over at Willie's shack. The only problem with these 2 characters, they're really cool, and of course they are Willie's parents, so it's cool to add them because it's, completing the family, so to say. But the problem with them is they did nothing. They just stood there. They stood there brain dead. So it's kind of hard to give them interesting tasks, so they may seem a little bit crappy. But then we have Arthur Fortune, practice punches for 60 minutes. We'll see him with his boxing gloves on, you know, kind of like getting ready to punch, was it Muhammad Ali? Which he did punch Muhammad Ali in in the episode. So, but here would just be him, you know, practicing with his things. Purchase new property for 4 hours. I think maybe this could be at Red Blazer Realty. I think that would be kind of cool if they you know, use that building again. I would like that. I don't know. Maybe not though. But it would be cool. Managed Fortune Megastore for 6 hours. This will obviously be over at Fortune Megastore. Bobsleigh for 8 hours. This will be him just going around the town on a bobsleigh in his bobsleigh outfit, which we again saw in the episode in like a little video. Give out free money for 12 hours. It'll be him handing out dollars to the town, and then fly away in his balloon for 24 hours. Will be him in his balloon, which we saw at the start of the episode, which he got lowered down in. Just him like sort of flying away in his balloon. Really cool, because I think the thing with Arthur Fortune is I think he can have loads and like he has the practice punches one, which is animated, the bobsleigh, which will be animated, the give out free money, which will be animated, and the fly away in his balloon, all animated. So he has 4 animated tasks. I think that's really cool, and then, you know, sort of 2 in a building. I think that would be really awesome, and I'd love to see it. But overall, this is my kind of little thing for the Monty Can't Buy Me Love event / casino, like sort of part 2. I hope you enjoyed this little event, guys. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts if you think it would work or not. I think it would be nice as long as it didn't last too long. I'd be happy with this. You know, give us a few things, tie up a few things. So far, it's really easy for me to make these little episode tie-in events. I don't really mind making them. It's just for me, it's a real drag to make big events. That's the hard thing, and I know I've made loads in the past, so I think you guys can probably excuse me because I've made loads in the past. So yeah, and I'm having some issues. A lot of them are private at the minute. A lot of my ideas videos. It's only because I'm having issues with copyright. I just want to make sure that I'm all in the right first before I put them all as public again. So a lot of them, you can't actually see a lot of them because they're all private. Yeah, well, I'm having issues with the fact I use images from The Simpsons, so I do apologise about that. They'll be up eventually, but I may for some of them I may have to just remake a video of them because I think better for me to be in the safe and, you know, format it in this PowerPoint, because then, you know, it is a clear recreation and I'm not, you know, stealing content, and I'm not actually earning. I don't monetize these ideas videos anyway, so there shouldn't really be much of an issue, but there is. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.